Hello, Dijon here. In the animation portion of episode 145 of the Mustardcast, we go over what cartoons you've been watching lately and continue to discuss our disappointment in Trigun Stargaze and Stampede. Please enjoy. Christian, what have you been watching in terms of animation?
In terms of animation, it's mainly just been a lot of shorts, like a lot of short form stuff. Also, like with teaching screenwriting, it's given me the opportunity to just get involved with animated storytelling a bit more. So,
I can't hear get involved without thinking about Ryan Coogler. You know,
got involved with
I
that.
had to get
Got
involved
involved
with
with that.
that.
Exactly. I had to get involved with that. Yeah. So yeah, I've just mainly been looking for animated scripts to show the kids. Um, Yeah, for the most part, I honestly kind of need to get my animation watching habits up because I've been completely out of the game in regards to anime for the most part. But yeah, it's mainly just been like the classic Disney Warner Brothers stuff. Like Iron Giant is on my list right now. It's something that I want to watch. Um, and also, yeah, just a lot of weird specific cartoons. Um, and yeah, for the most part, that's really been it.
Cool. How about you, Ed?
For me, it's also been relatively light. I watched, in air quotes, Zootopia 2 yesterday with my siblings, which, that went as about as well as you can expect. I couldn't tell you a single plot point from that movie. I swear I couldn't. But I did watch it. I did put my eyeballs on it, and I guess it was good. They seem to like it. Let me think. Yeah, I really don't have anything. I've been watching a lot more live action TV lately, which is very unusual for me.
Have you not caught up on Stampede?
I have not.
Unfortunate.
I know. I need to. It's just every time I want to watch it, I just get filled with this dread.
I never feel like watching it either. I didn't watch last Saturday's episode until Friday.
Me neither. And it's like especially because these arcs that they're covering are my favorite arcs in Trimax. It's just like I don't even want to see them fuck it up. I just don't. After the shit show that was like episodes 8 and 9, I think, are the most recent ones I've watched. Either 7 and 8 and 8 and 9. After that shit show, I'm like, I don't even. There's nothing left for me to see. But I will catch up at some point.
Yes,
As is my.
episode 8 was Wolfwood versus Roslo. Have you seen that?
I have seen that.
Okay,
yes.
we'll talk
And
about that then.
So disappointed.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah, for me, still watching Just League, the animated series, Batman Beyond, and One Piece alongside Blind Wave. Blind Wave are reaction YouTubers who I subscribe to their Patreon, watch full length. So, I sync up the video with them and watch it alongside them. It's pretty fun. But I'm also doing my own personal rewatch of Batman Beyond alongside that. And I got 2 episodes left, and I'm going to watch those 2 episodes. Love One Piece. Been rewatching that like an insane person, Christian. I'm watching 1 episode a week. And I'm on episode 63. Well, I watched episode 63 yesterday. So I'm at episode 64. And it's the beginning of the Alabasta arc, which is really fun. Just getting back into One Piece. I'm also reading it, but I'll talk more about that later. Jujutsu Kaisen, man. Jujutsu Kaisen. Christian, have you seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
I've saw the first season and the first arc of the second season, but other than that, I am behind.
You gotta catch up, man. I think you'll like season 3 especially. I feel like
Okay.
season 3, everything's been elevated. Everything already has been really good, but season 3, I feel like is elevated, specifically, especially the visuals and really just everything. Actually, the storytelling, the visuals, everything. And I feel like the anime in general elevates the story of the manga. I like the manga; it's good. Sometimes visually, it can be confusing. Like it has a good art style. The writer and artist, they're good at their job, but it just sometimes it can be visually confusing. It's a lot more clear in the anime, but something I think you really like is how much you can see the influence of live action film in the shot composition in the show, and how much they do rotoscoping for the slower moments. And even some of the action scenes, they do a bit of rotoscoping for the fight scenes. But like the slower moments, where it's just people, like there's a character in this season that's a lawyer, and just the scenes of him in his office talking to his assistant, is very clearly just them, rotoscoping actual person, a person's movements. And in the flashbacks specifically, they changed the aspect ratio to be like a movie with the bars at the top and bottom. And it's just beautifully, I want to say beautifully shot, but it's not shot, it's animated. It looks great. And the action, there's a fight scene in the episode before last that is probably the best fight scene in the season so far, which has already had some great fight scenes. Ooh, now I'm thinking about it.
You said that about every fight
I was just going to say, I'm remembering now there was an episode that was just a fight scene. Never mind, that was the best fight scene, but this is a close second. But
Okay.
I do say that about every fight scene because every fight scene is so goddamn good. Jujutsu Kaisen is great. It's awesome. Should definitely check it out.
Okay.
But I'm also lastly, I'm watching Beastars, the final season, part 2, which I hate that this is a thing. Attack on Titan did the same bullshit where they call it, final season part 1, 2, 3, whatever. And it's like, brother, just call the actual final season the final season and just call these regular seasons. Because every season of Beastars so far has been like 13, 12 episodes. Now this one's 26 because they decided to combine 2 seasons. Just make them separate seasons. You didn't have to call it final season part 1, part 2. It's just season 3 and the final season.
But then it doesn't generate as much hype. They're trying to make that dollar.
This didn't generate hype anyway because they unceremoniously dropped it. No lead up. There was no lead up to this. It just happened. And because of that, I only had time to watch 1 episode. I like Beastars. I'm excited to finish it. But there was just no build up to it. So that I don't have hype for it, not because I dislike it, but because there was none built. I would have wanted to watch the last season before this, but I just didn't have time now. And I don't even feel like doing it anymore. If I knew when it was coming, I would have done it. But now I just don't have the time. But I'm enjoying it though. Yeah, it's still good. The OP unfortunately kind of sucks, especially when the first one and the third one are so good, but this one sucks so bad. And the ED is good though. I like the ending, but the opening song is kind of lame. But yeah, that's all I got in terms of what I've been watching. I guess talking about Trigun Stampede. We're gonna talk spoilers. Do you care about spoilers for Trigun Stampede, Christian?
I know I'm all good.
Okay, so in episode 7, we did get some great moments, I think, in these episodes, especially in episode 7, where we get a moment between Vash and Knives, where Vash explains his convictions, and it puts his love of life on display and shows the hypocrisy of Knives, because his actions 150 years before the story's taking place are the reason that the plants are being exploited even worse than they were before, and the moments of Mid-Valley and Emilio playing with the children, teaching the music and doing puppet shows, did make me go I like that. That makes keeping them alive a little bit worth it. But in the episode after that, we got the Wolfwood versus Razlo fight, which was one of the more 1-to-1 moments in comparison to everything else in the show. It's not 100% 1-to-1, but it's closer to what happened in the manga than literally everything else so far.
Fair.
But remind me, again, major spoiler alert, not just for Christian, but for people who are watching this and haven't read the manga or watched the original.
Just for the
was this the moment was this when Wolfwood died?
Yes.
Okay.
There right now we
so.
are up to episode 7 and 8. We are at volume 10 in the manga. So and
I'm mad now. Because I couldn't remember, and I was gonna look it up, but I was like, oh, I'll just ask Gay. But then you didn't watch it, so I had to wait a couple weeks. But now I know, and now I'm upset because I was like, I know Wolfwood dies. I know I haven't read all of Maximum. I read 12 issues and there's 14. So I still need to read those last 2 eventually.
You should. They're really good.
But I gotta get back into my reread, which looking about to just start from the beginning. But
that would be a good idea because Trigun goes by pretty fast.
Yeah, and and I was like, I remember how he died. It was very impactful. Him sitting on the couch and with Vash drinking. Bruh.
That whole 2-page spread, and honestly, you say that the fight was a little closer to the manga than everything else we've got so far, and I will give you that. However, right, me personally, Volume 10 is my favorite volume of the manga for many, many reasons, but Volume 10 is my favorite, so I was really excited for them to get to this arc. and they missed out on so many like moments between Vash and Wolfwood and Razlo that are like tantamount to characterization later on down the line. And I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but like there's a specific thing that they skipped that really pissed me off, where at first Wolfwood is fighting solo, but the fight is unfair, not just because he's fighting against Razlo, but because Chapel, their master, is also interfering. And so like that makes Vash's like, you know, what do you call it? I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but it makes Vash intervening. It makes Vash intervening more powerful, because it's like at this point, you know, Wolfwood has so much to lose, and so like they kind of switch philosophies for the Razlo fight, and that didn't happen here. Vash didn't even get a chance to put hands on him, and I was kind of pissed about that, because in the manga he's putting belt to ass, and it made me sad, because like that it was so cool getting to see Vash actually put belt to ass for once. Alas.
Yeah. And we didn't get as much of Wolfwood and Razlo's backstory as we did in the manga. And that's just the biggest problem that we have with this adaptation of Trigun, Christian, is that because they're shoving it into 2 12-episode seasons, they are skipping so much.
Everything.
Okay.
And not only are they're skipping, because they're skipping so much, they're skipping a lot of like not just character moments, but low-key just straight up removing very important aspects of characters for the sake of making time. Like,
Okay.
Vash is this character who is very goofy. He is not as goofy as he should be in this.
At all. And even at this point in Maximum, like, he's still got a little bit of goofiness to him. The spirit hasn't been beaten out of him yet. And also, I think what really pissed me off about episode 8 is that it's like Volume 10 is really when the black hair thing starts to become like super relevant in the manga. And they there's this time where it's like, or there's this moment where Vash jumps from being half black, half blonde to like having only about a streak of blonde left because of the events of Volume 10. They skipped that completely. And I'm like, okay, so what's the point of having the blackening hair if it's not relevant?
They do touch on that in the next episode.
That's good.
But yeah, it's just they cut an unfortunate amount of stuff, and the story's weaker as a result. Like, if you've never read the manga or watched the original, you wouldn't notice. But if you have, you see everything that they're skipping, and you realize like they're just missing such substantial parts of these characters and their arcs. And yeah, and they refuse to kill characters in the manga. A lot of characters die. So far, none of them have died. Every single character that dies in the manga is alive here, and I don't like it.
Also, it's very ironic that they've given Stargaze the tagline "Live and Suffer," right? Because that is directly from the manga. That's what when Vash kills Hopper in the proper arc in the manga. That's what he tells him. It's like, your job isn't to die. Your job is to live and suffer and watch the people die around you. And they try to play that up here in Stargaze, but it doesn't come across because they don't kill anybody.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because we've been getting we've been getting a lot more comments, and somebody pointed out, like in response to someone else's comment, under I think it was the cutout section of the anime portion from last episode, about what's his name, the psychic dude. I'm forgetting his name. Legato.
Yes.
Vash kills Legato.
Yes.
And that's a moment of him being forced to do something he doesn't want to do. And the episode 10 will seemingly be that fight, and we'll see if they got the guts to let it happen, and they don't.
They better not let Legato live. If the 1998 version of Trigun can kill Legato when Legato hadn't even been killed in the manga yet, Stargaze better not leave him alive. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. It's
bleak.
It's
because it's like Legato's death is like tantamount to like Vash actually, finishing the damn thing and being able to like have the strength to beat knives. And it's so frustrating.
And
it's
even
so frustrating.
Even with the changes that they're making, If Wolfwood died, not killing Razlo, it would have been more impactful for him to
Right.
die holding up Vash's ideals.
Exactly.
But
because
yeah.
that's honestly what happens in Volume 10.
Yeah, it's just they just refuse to kill characters. It's like they're like, oh, it'll be too sad. And it's like, yeah, it's a story.
point.
Make me feel things.
Right.
I don't feel anything but contempt.
Also, can we talk about how Ellen Dyra is still a child? Why? Ellen Dyra is the little girl with the two-tone eyes that summons the nails. In the manga, she's a trans woman, an adult trans woman. And they showed us concept art of like her as an adult this season when they were like still teasing it, and she still has yet to not be a child. And so we've missed out on a whole bunch of great moments with her too, which is really frustrating because her and Vash were supposed to have a confrontation on the arc, and then her and Livio are supposed to have a fight at some point this season. So I don't know how they're gonna make that work, but probably not very good.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're still going to have the romance between Vash and Meryl, where like it's kind of like this one-sided crush that she has on Vash, or if they're just going to cut that. They're probably just going to cut that.
If I don't get my fist bump kiss, I'm going to riot. I lose my motherfucking mind. That's one of my favorite panels in the manga. If I don't get it, I'm gonna be upset.
They love cutting stuff for time, so we're probably not going to get it.
I'm just bracing myself for it.